Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 34 of Aokana, no Kanata no fōリズム. Last time there was a bit of a break, unfortunately. But last time we were finishing off that little outing with Asuka. And not much had happened last time, which was surprising. Well, in terms of the length of stuff. What did happen though after their didn't fully look it up, but they did have that little parfait thing for Asuka, and on their way out, they happened to run into Misaki, who obviously took it as if they were on a little date, but that was quickly corrected. So it was interesting little change there. After a little bit of talking between each other, Misaki decided that she wanted to go to the arcade, and Asuka wanted to as well in the end. It was a little change in a sense. So it was shifted towards the arcade then. As I mentioned, not really much happened. The big point of the arcade was the dancing machine and the how can I refer to this? Because its name changes depending on the region. The UFO catcher, the claw machine, there was another name for it, but anyway. So the thing with the dance was interesting because you can really see the competitiveness in Misaki. And her ability to rapidly improve. She's skilled in that aspect where she might seem relatively weakish, but after some failures and practice, she can get better. Which I'm curious to see if we see that later on in the story as well. Then the thing with the claw machine was interesting because actually no, we didn't really see too much. It was more just about Asuka's, in my opinion, weird fascination with Mr. Shito, the coffee bean looking, or it's more like a fish roe, I think. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but anyway, it was interesting in that aspect. So afterwards, they talking about the Mr. Shito, about wanting to name it and thing. It was pretty funny little aspect, little moment there, but again, not much. So I'm actually not too sure what we can expect going forward. They haven't specified any major events coming up, just that there's tournaments, things like that, which we are expecting anyway. But now the next day, this was a big confusion on my part. I still don't know what it was, the proper dates. I didn't properly look. But either it's the next day or I don't know. So he apparently had spent an entire Saturday on private coaching session of sorts, which I can guess to being the coaching with Asuka in terms of that being taken as a training coaching session. So yeah, he's gonna go on his own, shopping on his own today, which I'm guessing is Sunday. Obviously Sunday. So let's see. There's a book I want to get and a place I want to check out. I've only had flying circles on the brain for the last while, so this should be a nice change of pace. And they ran into each other. been a while since we've seen Rika. Well, we're neighbors, so this sort of thing is bound to happen once in a while. So the fact that we even opened the door and looked at each other at the exact same time is pretty awkward. Curse my bad luck. Well, in our aspect, it's good luck because we haven't seen Rika in a long time. I guess she must have felt awkward about it as well. Nowhere special. I just wanted to do some shopping. How about you? I see. Wow, what a coincidence. You can easily hear the awkward laughing. We both laugh and smile awkwardly in unison. Oh, well, guess I'll be on my way now. Fukuro Island's Iron Mall. Is she going the same place? Oh, why are you so surprised? That's pretty much the only place she can. The only place. Yeah, she's nai desu is more like in fact no, or like nothing. It's implying that there is no other place. So rather than the only place, it's there is no other place. But yeah, I'm guessing we're going to the same place then. Talk about coincidence. Don't go getting all suspicious of me now. The weather's great again today. The sky is so clear that you can see all the way to the shores of the other islands. I actually never thought of that before, but obviously because people fly a lot more. So if the weather is bad and you normally only fly around, I guess you don't go out during those days. Sorry for the random pauses now and then. I've actually doing this a bit earlier than normal and so I'm a bit tired. So. Today you should put on your grav shoes and go on a short trip. Who knows, something good might happen. Something you'd see in a horoscope type of thing. That's what I heard on TV earlier. Awkward. Yeah, something good happened, alright. That's the last time I follow their advice. I mean, yeah, going shopping with a cool girl sounds great and all, but the reality is that we've just been flying silently this whole time. Screw that TV show and the good weather to boot. Well, to be fair, our problems are strictly personal. Can't blame the TV show or weather for that. Yeah. I feel like we've been only doing that with her for a while now, clearing things up. What do you want me to say? Huh? Didn't I already say that? Okay. How's that gonna change anything? I'm really confused, but whatever. It's pure coincidence that we're together right now. Anything else would be straight up impossible.
ですね。全然ありえないです。
There's also no way I'd ever ask you out either. The passport itself is non-existent. I don't understand why it's go that far, but it reminds me of those times when there's somebody who likes somebody and that person says, I don't see that, I'll never see that person that way, in a sense. It's when they're not trying to imply it that way, but just wanted to check something.
ないですね。
A slight hint there. Well, what I mean by slight hints, but slight hints about like embarrassment, but of thinking there. Was that alright, Ichinose? So, I was expecting a bit more of a higher pitched voice with the exclamation mark and all. It's almost like she was kind of like grumbling there in a sense, like she was unhappy. This one is almost like they was implying that she was like surprised, like type of thing. That's what you wanted to hear, right?
まあ、そうですね。
Ichinose looks pretty angry for some reason. I'll mention it.
よそ見してるともうついちゃいますよ。
Here they were talking about. Sorry, here again.
よそ見してるともうついちゃいますよ。
So rather than you might end up flying to a fly, she's just saying that they were just arriving. She says as she turns her face away from me in a huff. What did I do wrong here? There's no way I'll figure that out on my own. In the end, the atmosphere between us makes it clear that the TV show was way off base. Yeah, maybe if shows were slightly a bit more, it might have been a little bit different. I wasn't sure why it was called Iron Maw, because Iron Maw sounded weird, but here it says Iron Maw here, but that's in English, so I don't know if these were. Why would they translate those but not other signs? I don't know. Because everything is like information. Iron Maw West Lilies or something. Welcome, fancy shop parade. Like nearly everything's in English apart from the few random things. It's weird. Just taking a look at the background since it's the first time we've seen this background. The Iron Mall of Fukuda Island is a huge shopping mall that's managed by Iron, which is a big supermarket downtown. Population may be growing, but this is still a pretty rural area, so there's no other place to go for all our shopping needs.
私は2階のサマーザエンドラに行きます。
To me that sounds like a clothing store. I'm going to United Guns, which is also on the second floor. And obviously to me that just sounds like a gun shop, but United Guns could just be so many other things. So they're going to the second floor. Look, I didn't pick where they place stores. Calm down. Considering everyone goes here, it's really common to run into people you know on the weekend. And because of that, it's not an ideal location for a date if you're trying to keep your relationship on the down low. Obviously, we're not dating. My point is that people might mistake us for a couple if they see us together. Yeah, it would be actually interesting if we see any of the other club members, because I don't know what they would think if they saw Masaya and Rika together. Even if, obviously not in that aspect, but even if they're just friends or walking together. Because I see they go to different schools and potentially rivals.
じゃあここでお別れした方が良さそうですね。
Do we really have to worry?
それは当然です。
We also got to take into her account as well, her friends and other club members.
仲良くしていただいてるので恐縮ですが、私たちは一応ライバル校なので。
Yeah, I know.
ですから疑われるようなことはできるだけ慎みたいんです。ここは自宅の近くではないですし。
Right. She's overthinking this, but I guess that makes sense for such a serious, intelligent girl. I wonder if she can even properly unwind and relax.
私はここで少し時間を潰しますから、日向さんは先に行ってください。
No, I'll wait here. You go first.
こんなことで気遣われても困ります。気にせず行っちゃってください。
Ishinosa gets behind me and starts pushing me towards the escalator. Now, if anybody sees them, that would be a bit awkward. But I know she wants to prevent any chance of us getting seen together, but doesn't this make us look even more suspicious?
どうしたんですか？早く、ほら。
Fine, just quit pushing me. What if? I stop myself from saying, what if someone sees us, just in case? After all, I know I'd probably just jinx us. Unfortunately, just too late.
あなた。
Ah, Tatooine. I didn't expect Tatooine. A familiar girl comes down the escalator and addresses me at that exact moment. So,
あなた。
I mentioned before the anata. I've always been taught that it was pretty rude to refer to someone in that manner, but I think in certain cases, like this one, for example, it's more of a surprise type of thing. Oh, it's you, in a sense. Or, yeah, like that, when it's used in those types of situations, I can see why it's used in that sense. Because obviously I don't see her being in a negative aspect with Masaya.
日向雅也、それに一ノ瀬さんも。
Yeah. The two of us just stare at her in shock as she stands before us. The girl Reiko Satoin, I mean. Oh, I don't know why that did that. Also looked surprised at first, but she quickly narrows her eyes and closely examines us.
随分と仲がいいのですわね、二人は。
Not at all.
違います。
She's rather saying like, you're wrong or that's wrong. Ishino and I leap back in sync. Plus, we even shake our heads at the same time as we spout the exact same words of denial. Ah, I guess he said the same thing then. Yeah, chigaimasu. Yeah, okay. What has brought you here on this lovely day, Sato-san? Remember, it's not Sato, it's Satoin. Yeah, he's just saying, what do you happen to be doing? And so, what are you doing? It just seems like it's really pushing it in a sense. I don't know.
砂糖飲よ。
Yeah. Ah, man, she never lets that one slide. What has brought you here on this lovely day, Satoin-san? There you go. I honestly can't be like Shinto-san, so I just repeat my question with the correct name.
私は様子を見に来たのですわ。そろそろ工事が終わるという話を聞いていたので。
Construction work? Is she checking on progress?
工事？そうですわ。お父様の会社が関わっている屋上のスカイウォールの。
Oh. Wow, I'm surprised to hear that name.
スカイウォールって何ですか？
Guess I should fill her in. It's a famous part of the mall, an observation deck that's located on the roof.
そんなものがあるんですか？何度か来てましたが知りませんでした。
Well, from what we've heard, construction has probably been off limits since even before she came here.
それは当然ですが、一ノ瀬さんが引っ越してきてからまだ一度も公開はされていませんから。
Yeah, they refer to her transferring.
一度も？
About 3 years. It was opened back when I was a kid, though.
仕方ありませんわね。耐震設計の見直しは時間がかかるものです。しかし
Sasumi shouts as she holds up her hand.
我が佐藤グループの手にかかれば、その空の壁の名のもと、素晴らしい展望台に変わることでしょう。
Well, she's not adding an in to the company name at least. Makes me wonder though, Sato Conglomerate? What exactly does her family do?
ちょっと行ってみたいですね。
Same. I see. I'll finally get to look at the night sky from that observation deck again. That'd be an interesting date location for a CG later on in the story. I hope we see that. Gaze up a little as I recall the sight.
残念ですが、それは叶いません。
Again, that would have been such a perfect moment to include Sato-san as a additional character and an additional location. But unfortunately, can't.
どうしてですか？
工事が終わるのは来月だそうです。なので、がっかりして降りてきたのですわ。
It's only just a month. Oh, into next month, so it could be longer, but not too far away. Satomi-san heaves a weary sigh. Guess she's been looking forward to it quite a bit.
そうですか。残念です。
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. That means Satomi-san is done with what she came here for, right? So, are you free now then?
暇とは失礼ですわね。やることがなくなったので、いろいろと試作にふけっていたところですわ。
Pretty sure that's what you call being free. In that case, why don't you hang out with us? We also just ran into each other. That's a smooth way of transitioning into just running into each other and not implying that they were together. But they weren't really hanging out in the first place. But it's starting to remind me of the Asuka Misaki part. It should be more fun with 3 people, right? And this should also help calm Ichinose down. It doesn't look like she's calming down.
あら、お邪魔じゃありませんの？
I am. You're totally welcome.
それじゃあお言葉に甘えようかしら。ちょうど一人で退屈してましたの。
But then again, it could also be that maybe she actually did want for them to be together.
私、2階で買いたいものがありますの。お付き合いいただいてよろしいかしら。
But yeah, it's almost like all the shops are on the second floor now. Sure, sounds good.
では行きましょう。
At least that way they don't have to be conscious about being together. Satomi-san turns around and makes her way over to the escalator.
日向さん、突然何を？
We're not alone anymore, which solves our problem, right?
ですけど、佐藤院先輩は別の用事でいらしてたのに。
The way the conversation was going, it would have been weird for us to go our separate ways. Ichinose gives me a light nod. Okay, let's go. She said the second floor, right?
そうですね。
Ichinose?
行きましょう。
Ichinose also walks off the escalator without sparing me a second glance. Did I do something wrong? Ichinose did look relieved, but she also seemed kind of disappointed. It was the same as that time when he said that he has nothing, no feelings or whatever towards her whatsoever when they were flying. It's hard to get a read on her when she's like that. Man, I just don't get her. Well, whatever. I should just follow them before they lose me. I mean, weren't they going to different shops anyway? I don't know. Huh? Well, where did Ichinose go? I get back from the restroom and see that Ichinose is gone. SunaeVN's son is just quietly sitting on a bench by herself.
ちょっと見たいものがあるそうです。すぐ戻ると言ってましたけれど。
Oh, okay. I guess we should just wait here? I take a seat next to SunaeVN's son.
しかし、今日はいい天気ですわね。
Right? Perfect for flying circus.
確かにそうですわね。こんな日に練習しないと上達はほどと。しまった。うっかり引っかかるところでしたわ。私を貶めるために巧みな誘導尋問を。
You're wrong. I was just making small talk.
さすがは部長の認めた男。恐ろしいですわ。
I swear, that's not what I was trying to do, SunaeVN-san. Sure, this is a great day for practice, but taking some time to relax is also important, isn't it?
それはまあそうですけれど。
If you do nothing but practice, you'll get sick of it soon enough. Personally, that's a constant problem I have to deal with as a coach. There isn't much time left until the tournament, so it's only natural to want to buckle down and grind out as much practice as you want. However, if you go overboard, you'll start to hate flying. And in order to avoid that, you need to keep the fun alive, otherwise you'll most likely burn out. There's no one who knows that better than me. Interesting, okay. I thought he was talking about money, but he's the club itself, but he was referring to himself. Well, I guess from Takafuji's perspective, what I'm saying must sound nice.
おっしゃる通りですわ。
SunaeVN's son interrupts me with those words.
フライングサーカスは全身を使う競技。疲れが溜まっていては次につながりませんわ。ましてや作戦も重要になるとあっては、日頃から興味を向けられるよう、この競技を好きにならなくてはなりません。
Wow.
あなたのおっしゃること、私は理解します。
That's a little surprising. Based on her initial reaction and Takafuji's general reputation, I figured SunaeVN's son would be in favor of more practice. She's earned my respect here. I guess she's a lot more interesting than I first thought.
だからこそ心配ですわ。
Worried? About what?
一ノ瀬さんです。彼女はとにかく根を詰めすぎるところがありますわ。
Yeah. I mean, from what I remember hearing, the Masaya and Rika have been doing those private flying training sessions at nights, so I see. She isn't the vice president for nothing. SunaeVN's son seems to know Ichinose quite well.
あの真面目な性格と才能が合わされば、我が校のような名門校でも彼女はレギュラーになれる。
Nareru to me is more like will become or is becoming. It's insinuating the future tense. But in English it's saying that she's already a starter. Let me just hear that again.
あの真面目な性格と才能が合わされば、我が校のような名門校でも彼女はレギュラーになれる。
Yeah, it's insinuating that even if it's this school or another school, her being a regular is no problem in a sense. Like, she'll have no problem becoming a regular. Well, it does, yeah. Becoming a starter was what, but here they say past tense, yeah. Becoming and was. So I think that's threw me
そこ
off.
から先は真面目さだけでは勝てません。それを超える何かを彼女が得るには、もっと柔軟に物事を考える必要があります。
Yeah, I agree.
この佐藤院のごとく、彼女も一ノ瀬院として責任を持つようになれば、さらなる発展が期待できるのですが。
Ichinosein. Yeah, no. The last statement aside, I feel like she helps me understand why Takafuji is so strong. I actually want to see what they said in Japanese there. So they were... I feel like I know that kanji, but it's escaping me. Well, I want to make my players grow to love FC from the bottom of their hearts. That's why I give them as many breaks as they want.
それがあなたの目標なのですか?
Rather than winning, it's more about enjoying. No, making them fall in love with Flying Circus is just the start of the journey. Now that I've returned to the world I once threw away, I have to make sure none of them end up like me. That's the only thing. That's the one thing I swore to do. Next thing I know, Southern Sun is staring at me. Is something wrong?
いえ、何でもありません。砂浜はいいコーチを持ったようですわね。
Huh?
それにしても。
I'm guessing she's taking too long. Rika? Or not. Suddenly Sun fans herself using her hand as to drive away the humid air. I guess it's short.
天気がいいと言っても、この湿気には参りますわ。
Agreed. The rain is obviously the biggest problem, but the humidity which chips away at motivation is also pretty problematic.
梅雨の時期ですから、天候を含めてコンディションには気を使いますわ。
Speaking of the rainy season,
何をです？
you remember Tobisawa, right? Yeah? You know what she told me? Tobisawa. The name's escaping me. No. Let me just see if the name's here. Oh, Misaki. Okay, I just haven't seen the name Tobisawa in such a long time. So I'm just used to them calling out Misaki. So.
ねえねえ、なんで梅雨って梅雨って読むか知ってる？
You gonna talk about this?
江戸の末期、雨水を碗に溜めて梅肉を溶いてそうめんのつゆにする遊びが大流行したんだって。それで
Can you believe it? I don't know. To me, it just seems like a lot of bullshit. But she says stuff like that all the time. Weird, right? I tried to make Seven-San laugh at Misaki's fake trivia, but that doesn't seem to have worked. Is she a lot more gullible than she looks?
いい勉強になりました。礼を言います、日向雅也。
Huh? Oh, what the hell? For some reason, Seven-San has a proud look on her face. Oh, great. This is gonna spread, I feel. Hey, wait. That's not actually true.
すみません、お待たせしちゃって。
Ichinose returns right as I try to explain myself. She's holding a box.
これを買いに行ってました。
Oh, karage. Chickenlicious. Okay. Again, I don't know if that's in the Japanese or English. Because it's not too difficult to redraw it. Well, I say that knowing that there are redraws for like manga translations, things like that. I don't think I would be able to do it that cleanly. Interesting, okay. I don't think I read that properly. She says that she holds out the box, which seems to be made of oiled paper, and as I look at it, I see a bunch of brown lumps inside. The front is adorned with a drawing of a cartoon chicken and the word chickenlicious. Good chance for me. I think I know that kanji is like it's kashisa, maybe? Kekko, I think, is the sound chickens make. So it's clucking. So I'm sneezing. It's clucking beautiful? I don't know, I'm just randomly saying it. I changed it and it changes here. Interesting. I don't know, changing the language here actually changes the thing on the thing. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't notice that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it was done from the English. So yeah, Chickenlicious is the Japanese localized version. Interesting. I can understand because Kekko, the sound chickens make, is obviously not that easy to translate into an interesting sounding food, I guess you could say. What was I going to say again? Oh, yeah, right. I just wanted to check that. Right, okay. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. There was another thing I wanted to look at. I wanted to see if the previous sentence had karage. That's oil. Abura. Don't see it. Okay. Chairo. Okay. I just wanted to check if they didn't translate karage into just brown lumps inside, you know? Chairo is brown, so okay. I'll just carry on with this as well. The front is adorned with a drawing of a cartoon chicken and the word chickenlicious. Is that fried chicken? This is where they'll say karage. Yeah, karage. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, fried chicken, karage, but fried chicken can refer to a range of types of fried chicken. Whereas to me, karage is more properly translated. From what I have in my knowledge, karage is more closely related to like chicken nuggets, like you'd see from either KFC or McDonald's. So it's more like those just chicken breasts that have been fried. So yeah, I can understand the fried chicken, but I think if you want to be more accurate, it would be more like a chicken nugget. Obviously not the same, but quite close.
Hi!
So honestly, to me, I just refer to it as karage. To me, it's more like referring to sushi as sushi and ramen as ramen. To me, it has its own name. But yeah. A brilliant smile breaks out on Ichinosi's face. Guess she quite likes it. I was thinking about it when I saw this background character eating something, and I'm guessing that's what it is as well. In fact, it's so bright that I'd say it's the best one I've ever seen on her.
今日はここでお店が出てるって話を聞いてダッシュして買ってきたんです。本場中津市から来てるんですよ。ビミログでも星が4つついてて、今九州でもフェアをやってるんです。ご主人は昔ホテルのシェフをされていて、それで醤油だれに特徴があるん ですが、これはご主人が誰にも教えない秘密にしてて、だからネットでも再現できてないんです。そんな幻の唐揚げなんで出店情報もあまり出てなくて、だから見つけてテンションが上がる。
So that was her reason for coming here. SunaeVN-san and I just stare at her blankly as she prattles on excitedly.
とりあえず
Ishinose holds out the box to us.
1個ずついかがですか？
Ikozutsu, to me, I think it sounds more like, would you like a piece? Like, would you like one? It's specifically pointing out that you can only have one. I think. Oh no, it's more like one each. And so it's insinuating giving them both a piece. Offering them both. She's offering both of us karage. Sure. Ishinose is usually extremely calm and collected, but this has her on edge. Must mean this is really delicious. I take a piece out of the box and pop it into my mouth. Wow, this is incredible. The fact that it's freshly fried is key, but the juice from the meat is also rapidly spreading through my mouth, which truly brings out the chicken's umami contents. This has to be the best fried chicken I've ever had. Does SunaeVN-san feel differently? She's just silently chewing with a grimace on her face. I suppose this kind of fast food can't...
美味しいですわね。
can satisfy you. SunaeVN-san's expression gradually softens. Then she proceeds to take notes on her phone while nodding to herself.
これは魚に変えてもいけるかしら。早速料理長に伝えなくては。
To me, it's insinuating that she's never had this before in terms of fried food or fried chicken. So she's saying can it also work with fish, which I don't know, obviously can, but yeah, again, it's almost saying that she's never had fried food. I don't really get what she's saying, but it seems she's enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. I'm glad. I have to say though, I never expected to see Ishinose stuffing her cheeks with karage. Maybe she does know how to unwind after all.
今日は思わぬ出会いもあって楽しかったですわ。
I actually just noticed now, it's actually quite interesting how she's eating karage, which is quite an oily food, whereas Asuka is trying her best not to eat anything that could add to her weight. Same here.
2人は確か帰る方向が同じでしたわね。偶然です。
Ishinose replies immediately. Man. I wonder which Ishinose is the real one. This one, or the one who was eating fried chicken?
では、
Oh, we're back to my
私
word.
は先
Whatever.
に失礼します。
SunaeVN-san starts to walk toward the terminal. And upon seeing that, Ishinose's expression quickly changes to one of unease.
先輩、まさか今日は飛んで帰るのですか？
Yeah, again?
先輩、まさか今日は飛んで帰るのですか？
So it's almost saying, are you not? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's almost like he's saying, are you going to fly home now? Or are you going... It's hard for me to really say, but it didn't sound like the same in... Yeah. Don't... Masaka. It's more like, don't tell me, or like... Kyo wa today, tonde, which is fly, Kairu no desu ka? Going home. Are you going to fly and go home now? For today. Whereas the English, they were saying, you're not flying home, are you? Okay. She sounds terrified as she asks that. Weird.
当然ですわ。飛んできたのですから。
Sorry, I just heard now, senpai, obviously referring to SunaeVN. I thought for some reason she was talking to Masaya, but yeah. So, terrified as she asks that, did something happen to her which makes it flying not great? The only thing I can think of is the humidity. She might have sweated a bit too much. SunaeVN replies as she flips her hair back with her hand.
そうですよね。
Oh, now she's blushing a bit. Ichinosu's face is turning bright red for some reason. What's wrong?
すぐにわかります。
She mutters in a feeble voice. SunaeVN, on the other hand, simply turns her back to us and get ready for liftoff.
それでは失礼します。
She raises her hand and
我が翼に
ah.
青の祝福を。
I see. She was just embarrassed to be known to be seen as somebody who knows this person. Okay, so she's one of those types. You serious? She shouts an overly dramatic activation sequence without a hint of embarrassment, then follows it up with more. I just wanted to check if he refers to it as Chunibyo, because that is typed or something Chunibyo would say.
次は戦場で会いましょう。日向雅也。
She flies off, leaving only those words behind. Everyone around us is giggling as we blush and try to hide our faces. Tell me. Has that always been her activation sequence? Ichinose nods.
生まれて最初にグラシを履いた時から変わってないって言ってました。
Wow. Seriously? Man, never thought I'd see a day when someone beat our prison in battle of weird activation sequences. Reiko SunaeVN. You're strong in more ways than one. Okay. Well, I'm sure the day will end soon, but I'll end it for now. But yeah, I wanted to just say that I did this earlier than usual because I'm gonna be without power soon, and yeah, another reason to stop a chat. But yeah, so started today without knowing what to really expect, but it ended up being a similar-ish day to the previous ones. Which was not bad. I actually quite enjoyed this one. Got to see interesting sides to Rika. Got to meet up with SunaeVN, which is something I didn't expect. I see more sides to her as well. She's quite strong-willed in trying to get her father's company's work online. I don't know. She's either too serious or a bit gullible in terms of receiving information or news. And she has a quirky side to her as well in terms of her activation side, the sequence. kind of wish there really was another side route for her. I think it would have been quite interesting to see her as a heroine. Even if I think I'm mispronouncing that. I've always had problems with that word. Anyway. But yeah. That wasn't the type of person I was expecting to run into. When they were worried about running into somebody, I knew they were probably going to run into somebody. But I didn't expect SunaeVN. Huh. She looks a bit grumpy now. I'm just thinking now that we've had a lot of points lately where we've been spending a lot more time with each character. You could consider this one as one of Rika's, but it really wasn't long at all. Whereas the other previous characters have spanned few episodes, whereas this one, well, again, we don't know. It could carry on, but for now, obviously there's no reason to continue on. We're not sure what we're going to expect next, but as mentioned earlier, tournaments coming up. So, yeah. It was an interesting episode. Again, not too much, but it was nice information for here and there. But yeah, that'll be it for now. I should be able to get another one out tomorrow, but I have mentioned in my previous video uploaded, which was an informational channel, I have started an X or Twitter account to do uploads. If there are any problems regarding either the uploads or the account itself, you'll find me there. Yeah, so I should be able to get tomorrow. If not, the next day should be good as well. I'm mainly saying this now because my country's issues have gone worse and we are running out of power. So I'm running out of, I don't have power in certain parts of the day. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday look good. So that should be fun. Alright, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.